Risk is an aspect of any organization's operation. When it is recognized, understood, and managed, risk itself can set the stage for sustainable growth. Companies need to identify risk within their operations and plan a systematic approach to manage them. Here are 6 different types of risk: commercial risk, political risk, risk arising out of foreign laws, cargo risk, credit risk, and foreign exchange risk. So for commercial risk, the general cause for commercial risk are as follows: lack of knowledge about foreign markets, inadaptability of the product, longer transit time, varying situations such as change in preferences and fashion, and next is competition. Commercial can be minimized by using forecasting technique and by keeping careful watch on the charging business scenario in the concerned country in particular and world economy in general. Next is political risk. The common causes for political risk is changes in political power and hence policies, coups, civil wars and rebellion, wars between countries, capture of cargo during war. Political risk can be avoided to a certain extent by judicious of countries to which goods are exported.
Next is risk arising out of foreign laws. Risk arising out of foreign laws can be due to different laws operating in domestic country, expensive and complex litigation. In case any disputes arising out of contracts, this risk can be avoided by the appointment of an arbitrator at the time of contract. Cargo risk. Most goods are transported by sea. Transit risks such as storm, leakage, fire and explosion can be classified under cargo risk. It is possible to financial losses resulting from perils of sea and perils in transit to professional risk bearers. The various types of perils are as follows: marine perils. These are natural occurrences or man-made mishaps. Extraneous perils. These are incidental perils. These perils can cause due to faults in loading, carrying, and unloading. And lastly, war perils. These perils relate to losses due to war.
Credit risk. Selling on credit is becoming phenomenon as there are many exporters competing in international trade. Importers are much sought after. The meaning of credit risk is that once goods are sold on credit, risks arising in realizing their sale proceeds are known as credit risk. Risk may arise due to inability of the buyers to pay on to the due date, or even if the buyer makes the payment, situation may change in the buyer's country such that funds do not reach the exporter. Organization covering credit risk is the Export Credit and Guaranteed Corporation Limited or ECGC. Type of cover issued by ECGC. Standard policies. These are ideally suited to exporters in order to cover payment risk. The ECGC has designed 4 types of policies for the shipments made on short term. Shipment Comprehensive Risk Policy, Shipments Political Risk Policy, Contracts Comprehensive Risk Policy, Contracts Political Risk Policy. Commercial risk includes insolvency in the buyer. Political risk result from the imposition of restriction in the buyer's country by the government. Specific policy. They are specifically designed to protect Indian exporters from risks involved in export on deferred payment contracts, services rendered to foreign parties, construction work, and Turkey projects undertaken abroad. Foreign exchange risk. Foreign exchange risk occurs when the invoice is prepaid in foreign currency. If using LC and foreign currency undergoes fluctuations, the bank will bear the risk. So the solution is to forward contracts.
Quality control, a set of procedures intended to ensure that a product or service adheres to defined quality criteria or meets the requirement of the client. The quality inspection is carried out by specialized agencies, councils, buyer specification and export quantity. Exporters with good track record can carry out inspection on self-certification basis. Pre-shipment inspection is carried out by specialized agencies or councils as per the buyer's specification and quantity of exports. The advantages of pre-shipment inspection is that pre-shipment inspection facilitates transparency in trading activities. The mechanism for enforcement of quality. Enforcement of quality promotes export as per international standards. These are the methods of quality control and pre-shipment inspection. Number 1. Consignment-wise inspection. Number 2. In-process quality control. Number 3. Self-certification. These are the procedures of quality control. Number 1 is the consignment-wise inspection. First, application to export inspection agency. Second, deputation of inspector. Third, inspection and testing. Fourth, packing and sealing of goods. Fifth, submission of report to EIA and issue of inspection certification. 6. Issue of rejection note. 7. Appeal against rejection note. In process QC, manufacturing units own declaration, highly quality, conscious and conduct through QC. Self-certification, manufacturing units, freedom to certify, proven track record and not receive single complaint during the past 3 years.